Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the Dog Author channel. I'm Jean Alfieri, and I am going to bring you a little special treat today that we would typically see on Zuggy the Pug. And of course, on Zuggy, there's the pug or pugs being all obnoxious and entertaining and all that. We try to keep it a little more serious, but not much here. But I want to introduce you to a seasonal favorite, Spooky-Ooky Stories. This is a fully illustrated one of my kids' books. And I was going to give you just a teaser today. There are three stories. It's a trilogy, but they all play off the one before. So they all follow. And they can be read individually or as a set. The first one is titled The Whispering Ghost. Here's your three stanza teaser. There was talk around town about the Red Barn. Kids whispered of hauntings out at the old farm. Its color had faded, its boards had come loose. The ceiling had fallen where hens used to roost. Odd shadows and figures, mysterious sounds, crash cans toppled over and strewn all around. Okay, so you will see that there's some spooky stuff happening here. And finally, Zuggy runs away and he doesn't want to come back. Okay, so you just have to see how that goes. But in the next one, guess what? Something happens and he ends up back there. Here we go. Zuggy woke the next day, his fur finally dry. He'd escaped from the barn. He held his head high. The sun bright and warm, the clouds far away. The kids had a new kite as he watched as they played. It soared ever higher. They held the string tight. Then a swift gust of wind snapped up the kid's kite. Zuggy barked to the kids, I'll track down that kite. It dipped a bit lower, but still was in flight. Dodging cornstalks and weeds to chug after that kite, Zuggy had run fast to keep it in sight. He skidded to a stop and barked with alarm. The kite had crash landed back at the old farm. Okay, so now he's back and some stuff is going down. And he meets somebody, but he actually knows this, but he didn't know that him, right? He knew him, but he didn't know him. He didn't know he was there, but he knew Charlie, the pig in the old barn. So they have a little dialogue. Charlie tells him how it is. And the mystery of the old barn is solved. You have to check it out for yourself. And in the final story, it's called Fright Night. Zuggy intervenes when the kids want to go there on a dare. The dare started at school. The kids thought it funny to prove they were brave, not a wager of money. Roy and Pearl agreed, and they wouldn't back down. They just wished it wasn't the spookiest place in town. The ranch had been home to old Farmer Carey. Each year since he died, it got more and more scary. Spiders hung in cobwebs stretched along the front door. Boards, old and rotten, covered the creaky porch floor. Window panes were shattered. Torn drapes blew in the air. Going after dark, it was the ultimate dare. Once inside the sad house, the kids would have to creep up the old staircase without uttering a peep. Once they reached the attic, they would almost be through. Lighting a candle would be the last thing to do. It was chilly that evening. Stormy clouds filled the sky. The kids left the house without saying goodbye. Okay, do you think they're going to make it? Well, there's going to be a twist. I can promise you that, because there's always a twist in every good story. Spooky-Ooky Stories by Zuggy the Pug. It's a trilogy of suspense. We'll call it suspense. I hope you enjoy it. Check it out. You can find it on dogauthor.com or zuggythepug.com. There's links there to all of our Amazon books. We hope you enjoy it. Happy spooky season, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.